Thank you all for tuning into another adventure. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you all that the new Kent Survival Barbecue Sauce box set is available, and that features the brand new flavours of Korean style barbecue sauce and sweet honey barbecue sauce. Available at kentsurvival.com now.
Hello again. Welcome back to, I guess, kind of part two of our West Country trip. We're on the moors. We've just come through some nice ruins of an old farm, and right now we're heading towards Fernworthy Forest, which is looming in front of us. So we're just skating around. There's quite a lot of water on the ground. So yeah, making our way up to there. We're going to go through the forest towards the reservoir, have a bit of break or lunch there, and then make our way on through. And this guy's with me.
Again, not my bum bag, or as Americans call it, a fanny pack.
Oh, that's me demonetised. This is Mark's first trip to the moors. We did have one planned a few years ago, but I was sick and had to pull out. And yeah, so we're making up for it on this trip. Right, let's get to the forest.
Across the bigger bit, make it look more dramatic.
Yeah, got that on camera. Go on. Don't drop your camera. Oh, trusting them vintage boots. Whee!
Tucked away in fanny. Oh, gatekeeper.
We are in Fernworthy. Took us a minute to find the gate. But here we are. Didn't mention before, as you can see on my back here, we are going vintage on this camp. Mark's lent me one of his vintage tents and backpacks and like a cook set as well. He's got a vintage stove on him and is using the same tent as me. Not literally the same one, the same model. And it's going to make for an interesting camp, especially if the weather does come in. Yeah. We've just got to the stones here in the forest. Don't know what they are, if they're like religious or something, like in Glastonbury and whatnot. And this is the altar where I'm going to sacrifice Mark. Just stopped by the stones for a bit of a refresher with the water and that. Just take the packs off for a minute because it is quite warm. There is just flies everywhere because I think there was a couple of days of rain before we come down, and then temperature went right up. So it's very humid. But yeah, get down to that reservoir. Quite a few fallen dead trees along here, so kind of got to do a bit of a detour. Just approaching the reservoir now so we can have a spot of lunch, filter some water to drink, and just rest for a moment and enjoy the views. Hey, liking the view, Mark?
It's nice, peaceful, and not a soul in sight.
No, solitude.
Yeah, nice.
Water filter out, so I'm going to need that. The old school straps take a little longer. Food bag. Got a summit to eat. I just got that joke. Macaroni cheese. Got my spoon that was made for me. Got my gas and gas stove, quite obviously, and the vintage cook set that Mark's lent me. Don't need an awful lot of water for this, so what's left in this should do the job easily. Maybe have a brew as well in the top, which is the cup. Whoa! That's Mark's vintage stove. What's it called?
It's a Primus grasshopper.
Grasshopper by Primus. I'll get the mac and cheese going. Are you just having a brew and a sausage roll?
I am indeed.
Somebody forgot their lunch, bought a sausage roll on the way, and I forgot my breakfast, so I got like a pastry. Oh, this actually, yeah, it's got a fill line. ABC, fill line D, wicked. Where's D? Oh, got it the wrong way around. Pretty low down. It's going to go everywhere, isn't it? Surprisingly not. There we go. Seal that up and wait, I don't know, 10 minutes, whatever it takes. Haven't been eating these much lately, been more on the wet pouch meals than the dry ones. They just generally taste better.
What I got for dinner tonight was Wayfarers.
So much powdered cheese in there, it won't reseal. Perfect. Oh, you brought a cup?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to use this as a cup as
No,
well.
do you know why? Because I fooled you, because you're mean to me. What you don't see off camera, oh dear, he's horrible. He's horrible, mate. He's a bully. He makes me He makes me carry his bags. And then when he's like, oh, I've got to film, I have to give him his bag. You know, oh dear.
It would be so good if you carried my bag.
I do carry your bag.
I believe it's ready. See if you can see without me tipping it out. It's a bit kind of lumpy looking and still a bit crunchy in places. It's not like, it's like they're two separate entities in there, the macaroni and the sauce with virtually no flavour. Should check the date on this. Oh, 2029. This is not great. Pasta's a bit crispy here and there. We're well on our way now, and I've just got a grenade bar. It's an Oreo one, just to have a bit of a sweet kick. Mark's been eating the Kendal mint cake, which is rank.
Love it. Love it.
But Oreo flavour, I can live with. It's a bit more uphill than I remember this way.
Convenient, that.
Oh, because I'm loving it.
Hot.
Tears.
And my back's hurting. I do have back issues.
He's not one to complain.
I'm doing it, and I? No training.
You can probably see how red-faced I am. We've done well. We're on the way back down now. There's just another bit of uphill the other side of the river down there. But I'm seeing that they've cut down a lot of this forest in that way. I know it's for harvesting and whatnot, but yeah, it's just very different from when I was last here 7 years ago, walking up here, I think. This is crazy. This has changed so much in the last few years. You can actually see the farm ruins from all the way up here. They've harvested this whole area. It looks like a little while ago, so possibly after I was last here. But
What a view.
yeah, beautiful view though still. Yeah. Yeah, this has all been opened up. Oh look, is that a deer?
It is. Indeed.
No way you'd see that on camera. You see a few stragglers of trees up there. And it looks like the foxgloves have just taken over, just lapping up that sunshine when the trees have gone. Look at it, as far as you can see, foxgloves. You can see how big some of these trees were when they took them down. We're just coming to the edge of the forest here, and it's bizarre because you've got a wall and a gate, yet no real forest till you get right up there where we come from. I remember this being like this. So where that cluster of trees are is the farm ruin that we're heading towards. I'm going to check it out and either camp near there or down by the stream here. So here we are in the Tynehead farm, I think it's called, ruins. So it's not that many flat spots in here. The one I've used before is where Mark stood right now, but even around that is a bit sloped, and there is quite a lot of poop around as well from sheep, ponies, cows, everything, livestock. Interesting location though. And there's some old water troughs. Over here, this is what I would presume to be where the farmhouse was, because you've got obviously bigger walls, but you've got like an archway over there, which could be like a fireplace or something, and separate rooms as well. And then a little entranceway over there, and an entranceway where we just come through. No idea when this dates from. Very old, I would imagine. Very old indeed. And my guess is its remoteness was its decline because of other farms being closer to roadways and stuff, easier for business. That's my guess anyway. Time for a quick drink. Peaceful here. I think Mark's going to crack a beer. I was just showing everyone you enjoying a beer.
Cheers.
I was reminded by Mark before we left, got this One Tigress cushion, and they're quite rugged and inflatable, and so they can be quite a nice thing to sit on and self-inflating. So I didn't realise it was self-inflating. I'll help it though. So you can see how rugged and non-slip it is on the bottom there. Stick that under. Ooh, that makes a world of difference. Oh.
Go have a glue dot.
You're going to come through my hole. So like I said earlier, Mark's lent me a vintage tent for this camp, as well as my Carrymore backpack over there and that cook set. But this is a Phoenix Freak. I believe Freak is PH, and it's meant to be a pretty rare tent, so I'll just show you around it quick. Down the foot end here we can see the pole and the inner just inside there. And I guess you can keep that open for ventilation, can't you?
What's that?
The end, the foot end.
Yeah.
And it's guyed out on the corners there. A bit of an odd shape with the V-shaped poles there. There's the inner you can see through with a pretty healthy vestibule, isn't it?
Yep.
And another pole. And yeah, pretty much same over the other side here.
They're hard to come by. And I have 2 of them.
And Mark, yeah, has 2 of them.
This one, brand new.
Yeah, brand new, unused, brand new old stock, this one, which is why I've got the other one.
Purchased in '87, bought as a spare tent and only set up for the eBay listing, the pictures.
They're like buses, aren't they?
Got all the paperwork.
2 come along at once. If you're into your vintage gear, check out Mark's channel, because he's got tons of it, loads of different tents and stuff. This one's from the 80s. I think, did you say the backpack's 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah, backpack's as old as me. So yeah, pretty interesting night ahead. He said he's waterproofed them. So as you might be able to tell, we've moved away from the farm, which is kind of just behind me there. So we're just outside, probably in one of the paddocks it used to have, because there wasn't much in the terms of flat spots, just the one I've used in the past, and it was just so many flies. There's been flies everywhere we've been today, but there's been a bit of a breeze here by the brook. It seems to be getting rid of them. So yeah, midges and flies have been just everywhere, and we probably do smell. How humid it's been, we have been sweating. But yeah, nice cool breeze here, nice flat spot and nice grass. We got water source. Turned out perfect, I think. Looking back at the forest, you can see that came all the way to that wall. It's just all gone. Just completely changes the landscape here. Both tents are up. I've just scaled this hill here to send a message home to say I'm okay. And I've got 2 beers with me. Got an Attic Brewco and a Full Circle for after. And the reason I saved these for tonight is because they're both, you know, quite high percentages. This is a 6.4 and the Full Circle is 8%er. So this one's a hazy IPA, so I thought start with that one. Work my way up.
I've got coffee.
But you have already had a beer.
Yeah, I had a beer when we got to the old ruins, and then we decided we weren't staying there, and I've got another beer in the tent for later.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Don't want to get it down, yeah. Hiccup. That'll do nicely. Yeah, sun's just gone behind some cloud as it's going behind the brow of the hill there anyway. So it is clouding over a little bit. It's weird the noise coming from that bit, isn't it? Oh, it does taste strong, this.
Is it like 6.something%?
6.4. Fine for that.
Wow, I'm just recording it.
Time to get the stove out and get dinner on, I think. Starting to get a bit of a hunger on. That Oreo grenade bar only lasted so long. So yeah, I've got the stove and some gas. Not sure how much water I need, so I'll just do more than I need. But right next to a stream, so I can always collect more water. And get this going. And today's dinner is spaghetti bolognese. It's a classic. So, hoping it's a bit better than the macaroni cheese we had earlier. But my hopes are not that high. Oh, best before 2024. Well, the handle of this aluminium pot is quite hot, and I have to add 450 millilitres. No measurements in this, so we'll make it up as we go along, and that went on my leg. Don't do stuff on camera. A little bit more, I reckon. Whoopsie. And yeah, that should take 8 minutes. Well, it's been 8 minutes. I'll have a look at it because I completely guessed the water. Maybe it's a bit stodgy. I might be able to add a little water. I'll try it with my long spoon. Stodgy. There's some crunchy bits in there. And I don't think it's because it's out of date. Yeah, I might put a little more water in. No better. So this is my second beer. It's Full Circle Brew Co. one, and it is Wacky Waving Inflatable Unflailing Tube Man. The double IPA, it's 8%, so you can see why I brought it when you can only take so much weight. So cheers everyone, and cheers Mark.
Cheers. Haven't got a beer in my hand, but yeah.
Oh, that's got a kick. This meal, I added more water to it, and I put it in the pot in some water to keep it warm, and still got crispy bits. I think it's the ground meat rather than the spaghetti that's crispy though. It's not good. This is why I prefer the wet pouches. Still gotta eat it. Well, I'm in the tent. I can just about sit up at the tall end of it, but it was getting a bit chilly out there with the wind coming through. So yeah, we thought we'd get in the tents, even though Mark's got his vintage jacket. It's getting on as well. It's like 10 o'clock now. So yeah, just going to get myself sorted. We've done a lot of walking today, so get a bit of rest for the morning. Good morning. Beautiful morning, to be quite honest. That sun is up. Just a few wispy clouds. And the sound of the babbling brook. Slept really well. Woke up a couple of times this morning because we did go to bed pretty early, probably 10ish. And yeah, I just forced myself to go back to sleep, to be honest, because we agreed to get up at 7, though Mark was actually up earlier, so I could have got up earlier, but hey ho, it was a nice sleep. A lot of moisture in the air. I don't think it actually rained, but the outside and even the inside of the tents were a bit wet. You get that when you've got such a wet ground anyway, and just that kind of little brook with all its little waterfalls puts a lot of moisture into the air. So yeah, I've put the mat to dry a little because it was a little on the ground there as well. But yes, other than that, everything's good. Get myself sorted and have a bit of breakfast, I think. I think Mark's already started over there. He's having a coffee whilst doing some filming. Beautiful day. And open up the foot end here. Get a bit of air flowing through it. You can see the moisture in there. What you got for brekkie, Mark?
Beans and sausages.
Classic.
Yeah. This is the only breakfast that I think that they do.
I think they do one with, I can't remember, they call an all-day one.
No, that weren't in the shop.
But yeah, it's all the same consistency. You don't know what you're eating.
No. I mean, I think that's a sausage, it might be.
It could be a giant bean. Bloody midges and flies are back out. It didn't take them long to find us again. My tea, that Mark thinks looks awful because I barely have milk.
Coffee?
Oh, that's way too hot. Right, so my breakfast, because we stopped at a garage, my breakfast is the only kind of shelf-stable thing they had, which is a Danish pastry.
Nice.
Can I have two?
Not
Would
for
you
me.
like breakfast dessert?
No, thank you.
Oh.
It's a bit too
Much.
early for me for sweet stuff.
Cakes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very continental.
I've just had my beans and sausages, so.
I would rather that, but sugar will get me up off my arse for the walk home.
Way too early for sweet stuff for me.
That's us all done, packed away.
Yeah.
We got a nice hill to start us off, but then most of it is downhill, other than a little stretch of uphill. But we can deal with it.
It's been good, hasn't
It has. It's been a lovely trip. Good weather.
it? Fun.
Maybe a bit hot today, but complain about that in the car.
When we put the aircon on.
Yeah. See you next time. Bye.